James, Essex, and James. There are a lot of storylines heading into this show tonight, my friend.
Well, first off, it's warmer than it was in January when we opened the season, right? It's about 72 degrees here. A beautiful weekend, not a cloud in sight. Of course, Tiffany will set us straight on that in a little bit. But
that's right.
Good crowd building here. Great walk-up crowd here today. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to crown a Lucas Oil champion. We're going to crown a Dirt Track World champion. Could be the same person. Could walk out of here with over $300,000.
I'm pulling the double today. I did high school soccer. I did playoff soccer earlier today. Straight out
the Ada Bulldogs.
The Ada Bulldogs.
Chase, how did it go?
Sectional champions. They mercy ruled the team they played with 10 minutes left.
So you got to leave for Eldora like 10 minutes early.
I did. It was exciting. It was very exciting. Hey, we could talk about that all day. Nobody likes hearing about somebody else's kid, right? Let's take a look, though, what people do like to see, and that is your Lucas Oil or your General Tire race information, followed by the Lucas Oil track facts. Dirt Draft Hot Laps coming up here at 6 p.m. and tonight is the night you set that Dirt Draft fantasy lineup.
You did it just right. You did that good.
I did mine right before we went on air.
You did that all good.
Thank you.
Who did you go with? Are you going to tell us?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I'll tell you. I might change it yet. 3 B mains, James. 12 laps. Top 2 transfer. The Jim Dunn non-qualifiers race. That'll be 25 laps. The winner of that one does not, by the way, get the opportunity to tag the tail. They take $3,000 and walk out of here with a little more money than they walked in with. And then, of course, the 44th running of Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship, 100 laps, $100,000 to win. And last year's winner was Brandon Shepard, and he's going to have to work his way into the show in a B main here tonight.
Yeah, he starts 5th in that 3rd B main, DJ. This track opened in 1954. Of course, the late great Earl Baltus, the house that Earl built, no doubt about it. Tony Stewart has owned it since 2004. Levi Jones took over as general manager here back in September. You and I love coming here, and man, you and I have called the world into dream, 15, 16 years in a row, and the 2nd year in a row here for the Dirt Track World Championship, the greatest dirt track in the world, and man, we're going to run for $100,000 to win tonight, and the Eldora pack trucks are on the track. We're going to be ready to go here in a little bit.
It's fun, man. There's a lot of anticipation in the air. We got a ton of different playoff scenarios and everything else. We'll talk about all that in a little bit. First things first, though, James, throw the QR code up there for the fans watching at home or the fans that are here on the ground. You can scan that QR code and pick up. They've got brand new FloRacing merch. That red hoodie, I love the reverse hoodie, the red with the black lettering. I bought that one yesterday while we were on the air.
So then we've got the reverse. We've got the black with the red lettering.
Yes. Yep.
And we need the baby blue to match your pants.
Baby blue to match my pants today, I know.
You can just wear those to church tomorrow, like I said.
I might.
Those are very nifty.
By the time I drive home after the race is over tonight, I'll probably get home in time for the early service.
This is fun.
It is.
We always love coming here, and we come here 3 times a year now as the crowd continues to build, but man, looking forward to it, brother. Absolutely, my friend. We're going to step aside for our first set of commercial breaks. When we come back, we'll take a look at weather and hear from Ben Shelton and Randy Weaver. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 44th running of the General Tire Dirt Track World Championship presented by ARP. You're watching it all live on MAV TV on FloRacing.
ARP manufactures the ultimate fasteners from the best raw materials using cold forged technology. Family owned and made in the USA. Quality always comes first. For whatever extreme category you're in, it's always ARP-bolts.com.
Race fans, Dirt Draft is your #1 fantasy racing app. Play along with hundreds of events each year featuring the biggest stars in series and racing. Draft your team each race night and compete against hundreds of fans across the country. Or start your private league to battle your friends for the ultimate bragging rights. Accumulate points each race night and cash those points in for top prizes from the biggest brands. Sign up today and learn more at dirtdraft.com or download a Google Play or the App Store. Dirt Draft, your fantasy racing edge.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get ahs like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil. It works.
It rose from humble beginnings in the Valley of the Sun. A sprint car racer saw the need for racing shirts. And now, the vision of Carl Korbacher has resulted in Arizona Sport Shirts helping racers across America spread their message. For the best custom designed shirts, hoodies, caps, koozies, and much more, go to ArizonaSportShirts.com. Be part of history. Arizona Sport Shirts, the original racing shirt.
There's no one way to power up, as long as Ford is your starting line. Because more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it. Gas, hybrid, or all electric, the power is yours.
We're the leader in race fuels. We've been doing this since in the 60s. We use our distillation tower, which is unique. No other race fuel companies do that in the world. We also test every single batch that goes out the door on over 15 different parameters that ensure the tune-up will be identical.
That consistency in the marketplace that makes us a premium brand.
Make the same stuff every time. We're pretty darn close to perfect.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. By Buzz Electric Bicycles. Buzz through life. And by E3 Spark Plugs. What are you running? Welcome back to night number 2 of Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship here at the Eldora Speedway, where a little bit later on tonight we will crown a Dirt Track World Champion and a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Champion, and it may be one in the same. James, we could not script better weather than what we have here today. As you would say, it's a Chamber of Commerce day here today. Let's see what that high is right now.
How about the last 3 weekends for us? You know, unfortunately,
gorgeous.
the hurricanes at East Bay, but Pittsburgh, Brownstown, and Eldora. I don't think there was a cloud in sight at any of those weekends, and we appreciate all the fans turning out here tonight, and this is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome.
There we go. 71 degrees.
Beautiful.
0 mile per hour winds.
Mm-hmm.
Clear skies on October 19th. Yes, please. Mm-hmm. Yes, please. I will take more of that. You know what else I'll take more of? Randy Weaver. Randy Weaver on the mic in the infield. And, of course, for my money, the best pit reporter in the business, good friend Ben Shelton. Guys, we are one night in the books, and we are a few hours away from crowning a Dirt Track World Champion and the 2024 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Champion.
Randy, Dustin Jarrett really giving you favorable praise here today. I don't know if you bought him some lunch, maybe some spicy cheese balls, but DJ showing the love for Dream Weaver.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to send something up there. They always get all the food anyway.
They do. They got enough Oreos to feed a small village for a year each time they race here. But, Randy, we're getting set tonight, the Dirt Track World Championship. Not only $100,000 on the line, but the $200,000 title. And I want to know from different perspectives. You have Tim McCready. He's going to be on the Victory Fuel pole tonight. Now, Tim is out mathematically eliminated from being the champion, but he could get as high as second in the standings. But starting third and fifth, Ricky Thornton Jr. and Jonathan Davenport. For those two drivers, they get set for tonight. If you're them, what's your mindset as you think about 100 laps and a $200,000 title and, oh, yeah, a $100,000 win potentially?
Well, you know, Jonathan, it's just business as usual. But, you know, Ricky was in the same position kind of last year. And like he said, he kind of uh-oh'd on himself and, you know, caused some damage to the car early. I promise you he's not going to do that again if any way possible. So they're sitting there just basically saying we got to make sure everything's good. The car don't have to be perfect, but we want it for a long run where we can just stay up front and stay out of trouble. Right now he's in the best situation. They've got to come get him. So I know everybody says they're not nervous, but heck, I'm even nervous for him. But, that's just a lot of money, and your whole year comes down to tonight. So definitely some jitters in the pits.
All right, now let's jump back to 18th, and that's where Devin Moran will start tonight. He's got a chance at the title. If you're Devin, what is your mindset today?
Well, he's just got to be on keel from the start. I mean, he can't give up anything. Of course, you got to keep the fenders on it, and that's what makes him so nervous. But, that 99 car's had speed at different times. He was just off a little bit last night. A couple of things didn't go his way to be up front. But, good thing is we're at Eldora. You definitely can pass. It's 100 laps. He's not out of it yet, and I promise you he'll be coming. It'll be fun to watch.
Well, guys, so many storylines tonight. As the sun starts to creep down behind the front stretch grandstands, I can tell you, Randy and I were talking, they have got this racetrack juiced right now, so it's going to be interesting to watch how it progresses throughout the night. But James and DJ, Randy and I are fired up down here. I know you guys are fired up top. It's going to be a fun night at the Big E.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks so much for the insight from the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit in the infield all weekend long. James, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the upcoming events here on FloRacing. You'll see the graphic on the left side of the screen. USAC Sprints at Red Dirt Raceway in Meeker, Oklahoma next weekend. The NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour invades Martinsville next Saturday. World Cup Finals. Maryland International, October 31st and November 3rd. Short track, good to have the Short Track Nationals back in Texarkana 67 Speedway, November 1st and 2nd. And we wrap up Castrol FloRacing Night in America at Sonoy.
Hope you have a day like this.
I hope you do
like
too.
You deserve it.
We are due one, and so is Bubba Pollard and Andrea and all the great folks down there. You're exactly right. So we've got that coming up in just about 4 weeks. What we also have coming up is a look at the current Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings, championship scenarios, points breakdowns, and a whole lot more. That's coming up on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. It's the 44th running of Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship. You're watching it all live on MAV TV on FloRacing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eldora Speedway for night 2. Technically, it's night 3 for the Dirt Track World Championship. Night 2 for
my
the Lucas
friend.
Oil
Yeah,
Late Model
absolutely.
Dirt.
How about the super stocks and the modified feature last night, especially?
Adam's-
4 lead changes.
Adam Stricker.
And Adam Stricker comes from
15th
to win.
Yes, sir.
Last night. We have the Steel Blocks with us. Their feature is set. They'll be coming up here later on for $5,000 to win.
Absolutely. James, we've got the updated Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP Point Standings. The only driver that earned points last night, Tim McCready. He got 10 bonus points for being fastest in his group. So that's the only change in that Big River Steel Championship 4. RTJ with a 50-point cushion over Davenport and Moran. And has been well discussed already, Tim McCready mathematically eliminated from winning the championship. But still, you got to have a lot of things go his way. He's got a slim chance to jump up there in the second spot as well. And without skipping a beat, let's go ahead and take a look at our stat line for that Big River Steel Championship 4, of course. Again, 10 bonus points awarded to Tim McCready last night. But we showed this as well. This is how they finished in their last 4 races. And that number that you see in the bottom right for McCready, that does reflect those 10 bonus points he got last night for setting fast time in his group.
So the bottom line is Ricky Thornton finishes 6th or better, right? 6th or better, no matter what Davenport and Moran do, because Thornton will hold the tiebreaker with most wins. So Thornton always do 6th or better in the race.
And notice he's not finished worse than 6th in this chase just yet. So that's a look at the stat line, the breakdown. Now, to the points you just made, I got with Robbie and Tiffany earlier this week.
Okay.
I had another special graphic made they put together that shows the different championship scenarios here. Tiffany, let's throw that up on the screen and see exactly what has to happen. You mentioned it with RTJ. No matter what anybody else does, if he finishes 6th or better, he wins the championship with that 6,690 points. Now, Davenport and Moran are tied coming into this event, right?
Right.
So if Thornton falls far enough behind those drivers, and we'll explain more about that in a second, Davenport or Moran will win the title based on who finishes better, because those two are tied for the points. And McCready, again, out of contention from winning the championship, but could still pick up 2nd in points, could still get a Dirt Track World Championship, and walk out of here with over $200,000 in money this weekend. Now, those are the point scenarios. Keep that in mind. If you're watching at home, get your phones out, because you're probably going to want to take a picture of this. This is the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Championship points breakdown. Okay, 200 points to win the race tonight. Then it drops by 10 from 2nd through 4th. 180, 170, 160. You got a 20-point gap from 1st to 2nd. Get those phones out, take a picture of that. You're going to want to see it. 5 points from 4th all the way back to 21st. 5-point increments, 160, 155, 150, all the way down to 75 points from 21st all the way back.
So I think McCready's only shot at 2nd would be that Moran and Davenport have to finish like
21st or worse.
21st or worse.
Yeah.
Either one of them. So 6th or better here tonight for that 20 RT. And he's the champion this year. Tim McCready, by the way, he's guaranteed $100,000 no matter what, because that's what 4th in the points pay. Hudson O'Neal guaranteed 5th, and then you have that Garrett Alberson, Mike Marlar still in contention for their position in the point finale.
You just saw the 20 RT who comes into the event leading the points there. There's 2 drivers that are tied for 2nd, Jonathan Davenport and Devin Moran. Moran rolling off from the 18th starting spot tonight, and there's the driver on the Victory Fuel pole here this evening. It's the Rocket 1 with Tim McCready behind the wheel. Well, that's the championship breakdown. We're going to do our very best during the feature tonight to keep fans updated on the live points as they happen, if at all possible. That way you are as informed as what we can be here as well. With that in mind, James, will step aside one more time here to thank folks that make this broadcast a possibility. When we come back, we'll take a look at the 2025 or the upcoming schedule for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and we'll hear once again from Ben Shelton and Randy Weaver. It's Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship, and it's MAV TV on FloRacing.
Is your ride barking? Is it leaving messes where it's not supposed to? Then it's time to trade in and trade up at Brandon Ford's Dog Days of Summer. They have the deals to put some bones back in your bank account, like full-size Broncos, $9 grand off MSRP. Loaded F-250s, just $54,995. The hottest deals are only at the Big Dog. Brandon Ford, America's largest volume Ford truck dealer. A portion of every sale will be donated to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office K-9 unit to support their big dogs.
We showed the world what it means to go big. Combining mini-mill technology with industry-leading talent, producing steel our customers need in an environmentally responsible way. Now, we're going even bigger. Big River Steel is building a second, highly sustainable and technologically advanced steel mill, allowing us to deliver even more of the sustainable steel needed to solve the challenges of tomorrow without sacrificing performance today. That's big picture steel.
Here at Tuners Inc., we see cars come in with 80 horsepower all the way up to 1,500 horsepower. The goal of almost every customer in here is to pick up performance in the vehicle. They want to gain horsepower, they want to gain torque. What we have found with E3 spark plug is the quality of the plug and the way it's built. E3s are a performance plug that's going to last longer.
E3 Diamond Fire technology maximizes the fuel burn for more power and better fuel efficiency.
E3 spark plugs. What are you running?
Welcome to Leyfeld Industrial and Welding Supplies, your one-stop destination for top-of-the-line industrial equipment and supplies, backed by our exceptional service department. With 2 convenient locations in Coldwater and Greenville, we're your trusted partner for all your industrial and welding needs. From precision welding with Miller & Lincoln to first-class performance with Milwaukee Power Tools, Landa washers, and reliable power solutions with Honda generators, we've got you covered. Our commitment to quality and excellence ensures that you get the job done right every time. Because at Leyfeld Industrial and Welding Supplies, your success is our priority. Visit us today and experience the difference for yourself.
Passionate about a life in racing? Circle track, drag racing, drifting, or Monster Jam. Find it all at the University of Northwestern Ohio.
How do I become a mechanic? How do I become a driver? How do I drive monster trucks? And here at UNOH, there's pathways for everything.
The fact there's a school you can go to for racing is just a little bit insane, but it's very cool because it gives kids like me the opportunity to chase that dream.
See where your future can take you with a high-performance motorsports degree from the University of Northwestern Ohio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eldora Speedway. Look how tight those haulers are parked in the infield here at the Big E for the General Tire Dirt Track World Championship presented by ARP. Dustin Jarrett and James Essex with you here in the booth. Ben Shelton, Randy Weaver joining us in the infield. James, let's take a look quickly at the most recent winners of Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship. You saw Carl this weekend, by the way, didn't you? Looking good.
Yes, he is here. And by the way, happy birthday to his son, William. Happy birthday to him. Brandon Shepard trying to win a record 6th as he tied Freddie Smith last year. Garrett Smith here. 5 former winners here this weekend. Brandon Shepard, Garrett Smith, Ricky Thornton, Jimmy Owens, and Shannon Bapp. Of the first 18 starters tonight, only 1, and that's Ricky Thornton Jr., has won this race. So odds are pretty good. that we may have a brand new winner of the Dirt Track World Championship tonight, DJ.
How about that? Well, we'll find out later on this evening at the end of 100 laps. And with that in mind, we'll send it back down to Ben Shelton and Randy Weaver in the infield as cars start making their way to staging for Dirt Draft Hot Laps.
Well, Randy, so many dreams, so many memories come out of the Dirt Track World Championship. And while it might not have been a dream for the Dreamweaver, you have a funny Dirt Track World Championship story that involves the owner of this facility.
Yeah, it's funny. We was talking about it yesterday, and you know, my first trip to KC Raceway for the Dirt Track World Championship, and we'd been running pretty good around home, so we took a chance, went up there. We was leading in a heat race, which I think top 3 was in. Tony Stewart was driving one of Mark Richards' cars, and of course in the same heat. And about 3 to go, I'm catching a lap car. I might not have done exactly what I should have done, but I went to the outside. Tony was going to slide all of us, hits the lap car a little bit. Lap car hits me, turns me down. I collect Tony. We all crash. So instead of being in the show, we worked on our cars for about 3 hours just so we could load them. But, you know, a lot of memories. It's good just to even race with people like that. And that just goes to show you everybody's a hard racer. You always take chances and try to win the race no matter what it is. But definitely wasn't what we wanted, but it's definitely a good story to tell now.
That's a fantastic story. And hey, as a sidebar to that, the driver starting on the pole tonight drives for Mark Richards Racing, the Rocket One Racing pilot, Tim McCready. Mark Richards celebrating a birthday tonight. Boy, he would love to get a Dirt Track World Championship title here tonight with McCready. Guys, just another one of the many storylines here at Eldora.
There's no shortage of them, James. That's for sure. There are no shortage of storylines.
And Mark has won it before with his son Josh and then with Brandon Shepard.
Yes.
How about both Josh Richards and Brandon Shepard have won with Mark Richards and
Best Performance? That's right. That's exactly right. You know who else are winners? The fans with the 2025 schedule for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. No, I'm serious.
Car owners,
absolutely.
Man. Unbelievable money. $1.3 million up for grabs. Going to pay 15 in the points. 15 places in the points. By the way, 15th in the points next year. $20,000. The first champion in 05, Earl Pearson, he got $30,000 for winning the points. So 20 years later, it's $20,000 for 15, $250,000 to win a record in dirt late model racing. We already held the record at $200,000, and that's for second next year. Unbelievable. What a schedule we have.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the upcoming schedule of events for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Of course, this is it for the 2024 season, the banquet at Lucas Oil Stadium on December 13th. And hard to believe, less than 3 months, James, we'll be back at it again for Speed Weeks, and it kicks off in Brunswick, Georgia at Golden Isles.
We could have a banquet, move it up to tomorrow after the Colts beat the Dolphins. But anyway, that's something, yeah. Then we'll start our Midwest, the upper north. Well, not upper north.
The Great White North.
The Great White North at Atomic Speedway, Chillicothe, Ohio, and Brownstown Speedway. A record $25,000 to win the Indian Icebreaker coming up in 2025, March the 22nd.
All right, then it's the Mid-Atlantic Swing with Georgetown and the others. Parking lot is full. Our hearts are full, and somebody's wallet's going to be full at the end of the night as well with money and maybe a championship trophy. Dirt Draft Hot Laps coming up next. It's Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship, and it's MAV TV on FloRacing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're having fun up here in the booth. It's the General Tire Dirt Track World Championship presented by ARP. It's MAV TV on FloRacing, and we were just talking about how James Essex, I think, did you say you still have several compact discs saved up?
I'm still on
with
Windows 98,
30,
it seems like sometimes.
30 free hours of AOL, right? 30 free hours of AOL.
Is that on floppy disk or?
With a 3.5-inch. Yes, floppy disk, that is.
All
We've
right.
got the first wave of Dirt Draft Hot Laps out on the Speedway. That is the driver currently second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year standings, Clay Harris out of Jupiter, Florida, and the Brian Green Wrench number 68 behind him, the 58, the Ken and Beth Roberts Racing Longhorn. Garrett Alberson out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, the Baltus Classic winner here last month. KB40 behind him. James out of Brandon, Florida. It's Kyle Bronson, currently 5th in the World of Outlaw Series point standings. That Borchers Equipment Race Car Engineering 40B.
Remember Alberson and Marlar, that battle for 6th and 7th, that could be decided here tonight as well. There's
absolutely
some money involved, obviously, in that as we pay the top 17 in the points. 17 drivers have 17 race teams perfect attendance this year. There's racing. Jason Jameson, the 12 car. And there's the 96, the Brett Coleman Farms 96. That'll be Tanner English out of Benton, Kentucky. So right now in provisional list right now, it's Garrett Alberson, not yet in, and Jimmy Owens, who's coming up here in B main number 3. So Alberson's in the first B main. He's going to start third. So if they make it in, then we go down to Ross Robinson and Clay Harris. But Clay Harris, DJ, has clinched second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, but congratulations to Drake Troutman, this year's Rookie of the Year, the 19-year-old out of Heinemann, PA. He'll get $20,000 for that, $10,000 in contingencies. We'll do the same thing next year for Rookie. And plus, he's 11th in points.
He's 11th in points. You read my mind.
10th.
You were reading my mind, yeah.
What does that pay? It pays, I have to look that up.
I have that right here, actually. 10th place in the point standings.
Or was this just?
Well, this year's 10th place pays $35,000. Place pays $30,000, so he's going to get at least $50,000. Is Drake Troutman plus over 10,000 contingencies? Yeah. Plus any other, contingencies that he's in the running for as well for the year.
Absolutely. There you see Clay Harris. Man, he started out so good after Speed Weeks, Dustin. He had a pretty good lead. It's like he's going to be hard to. Then he went into that swoon earlier in, early in spring, summer, and Drake passed him in points, and he went on to win the title. And again, Clay, I know you talked to all the rookies, man. It's rough and tumble, but I tell you, Drake Troutman has had a lot of good runs here, and he has a win at, Port Royal and all. Not Port Royal, but at Lernerville, but. Man,
good kid.
All of them. Yep. They took their bumps and bruises,
yeah.
but it's going to make them better and for the future.
Talked to Drake's mom, Lori, actually back in Midway beforehand. She come up, gave me a big hug, and just they're all good. They're all good kids. Guys, again, I call them kids. They're all good people, right? They took their lumps on the road.
If you're going to do this for a living, you've got to get out and run with the best, right?
Yeah.
And it's the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and then we up the ante next year. And again, I've already had 2 or 3 drivers interested in Rookie of the Year, and again, that's going to pay $20,000.
So
Rookie of the Year again next year.
Clay Harris is 23, right? Troutman is 19. Brendan Smith is 18, turned 19 this summer. Corey Lawler is 22? Is that right? And
Carson
Ferguson, he's the old veteran of the group
the
at 24.
elder statesman.
24. That's 5 rookies aged 24 years of age or younger. That's cool. That's good stuff.
How about his car owner, Donald Bratcher? Ben talked about it. Raised over $80,000 a few weeks ago. The dance-off they had there in North Carolina, and that's awesome for breast cancer research and all that. Give a place to go for a retreat and all that, just to get away from some of the everyday life stuff. There's the 22 car, Daniel Hilzebeck. He's out of Earlham, Iowa, trying to make it in his first Dirt Track World Championship. By the way, the Rice brothers made the show last night, right? James and Josh.
Yes.
They are the 4th brother combination who ever make the Dirt Track World Championship.
Look at you.
The first would be Jack Boggs and Randy Boggs.
Okay.
How about Davey Johnson and Mike Johnson?
Oh, my, yes.
How about Rod Conley and R.J. Conley?
There you go.
And now James and Josh Rice.
Look at you.
How ironic. Jerry Rice, their dad, who's not the former San Francisco 49er wide receiver.
Oh.
Jerry Rice, 1995. What did he do here at Eldora? He won the very first Snowco.
Won the very first Snowco American Late Model Series
race. How about that? Congratulations to those two. And James Rice, he hadn't run for like a month and a half. And they put one of the Rick Jones motors into the hood.
So, wow. So, no other. So, 4 sets of brothers have.
Right.
I guess
Now,
really
father and son, we've got some combos there, obviously. Devin and Donnie Moran, Don and Hudson O'Neill, and you can go down the list. But, yeah, Jack and Randy Boggs, Davey and Mike Johnson. Remember the 2J?
Yeah.
What was his sponsor? The Angry
Not Angry Elephant
Tattoos, but it was the wrestling club.
Oh,
right?
Man.
Remember
yeah,
that?
He was a wrestling coach.
Yes,
yeah.
he was. Yes, he was.
We're going to get blown up on
RJ.
social media. You know, I was looking. I thought maybe Dustin and Brad Neat both made it the same year. They did not. They did not. Dustin Neat made the race one time back in 2011. Huh.
There you go.
Look at you. I'll tell you what.
You and I don't have brothers, so we
do not have brothers. No, we both have sisters.
We both have sisters.
We both have sisters, yes.
They have not attempted the world or the DPWC.
No. Not at all. Not at all.
All
now
right.
getting a little bit of the slime off this racetrack here.
I think the sunset, as I looked earlier today, 6:51 now local time.
Oh, well,
6:51.
That
So
and, local on the 8s.
local on the 8s.
Coming up here in just about 1 minute.
Congratulations to Chase Jarrett, man, number 15. Did not score a goal out of 9. Did not score a goal.
He did not score a goal. No, he was. Coach told me afterwards he wishes Chase Jarrett would shoot more, is what he said.
Not kick more, but shoot more.
Well, he would. I think he wants him to not pass as much and put the ball in the net more.
He's unselfish.
He is unselfish. That he is.
Too unselfish.
You know who else is unselfish? Nick Hoffman.
Nick Hoffman's unselfish. You know Ty Torek for a long time, the number 9 car.
Absolutely.
Oh, no, that Thursday 76 car, the Wells and Sons. The Infinity by Wells, 76 car.
What's he going to do next year?
Oh, we'll find out soon, I'm sure. There'll be some more, as if this year hasn't been enough, right?
Right.
How about the sprint cars? Holy cow. There's a driver's changing that every day, isn't there?
Spencer Baston going over to Hotfoot, Jason Myers Racing, 14 with Corey
Where's your Jeremy Peck going? Do we know?
No, he just got a win somewhere out on the West Coast this past weekend, I saw. Of course, Jason Persley moving up, high limit, full time next year.
How about a lot of guys going from non-wing to wing?
Yes.
Coming up.
Yes.
Yep.
Brady Bacon. By the way, Brady Bacon. I said that first
Brady
full-time year in a wing sprint car. As Ben and I talked yesterday over coffee and brunch, he has run full-time wing. He's done some ASCS stuff in the past.
Right.
In the day.
What is Logan Seavey doing? He's got a late model, right? With
a late model.
Giuliani.
That guy right there, by the way, right on cue. No, not Logan. Said Parker Price Miller. Sorry.
Parker Price Miller.
That's Parker Price Miller with the Jeff Babcock. Yes.
The Chalk Stick 7 for the Wayne Hurricane, former stock car track champion here. Well, Clint got it fixed. Good for him.
Your favorite Dairy Queen in the state of Ohio.
Dairy Queen, Pataskala Dairy Queen.
They got a Dairy Queen. The Etna exit man's got.
They got a Hardee's,
the Starbucks, the Chipotle. They got it all right there.
You remember Cale Yarborough in the Hardee's car?
Yes. Remember he got upside down qualifying at Talladega one year, right?
Yes, I think so.
Right?
Yes, there's several that have been.
Several have gotten airborne upside down at Dega.
Rich Bell, glad to have him here, the 21B, the Sheffield, Illinois driver. So Brandon Overton, he wore a few years ago. He won 2, a couple of dreams. He won a world and
3 dreams in a world.
3 dreams in a world, and trying to win the Dirt Track World Championship for the very first time. He will be on the pole of this. Fast Chefs B main number 1. Each of the B mains are going to be just 12. Well, they're going to be 12 laps. Only the top 2 will transfer out of that group. So Brandon Overton and Clay Harris on the front row of B main 1, UNOH B main 2, Ross Robinson, Tristan Chamberlain. And in B main number 3, Will Harrington in the Bruce Kane car and Jimmy Owens. There is Ethan Dotson. Man, a heartbreak for him last night. He's going to have to come from 13th to make the show, coming off the biggest win of his career last weekend in Columbus, Mississippi. There's the 28 car. Randall Edwards turning the wrenches on that one. New London, North Carolina, the Pay Cafe car. That'll be Carson Brown. Carson Brown, first time he's attempted the DTWC. He was the former Mike Marlar, right? Driving school the Delk Marlar Driving School,
That's right, yes.
Carson
yes.
Brown out of New London, North Carolina. We mentioned him. There's the 69 car, Johnny Huck himself, John Hodgkiss, the Hodgkiss construction car. He's got some crew help this weekend. When he came to the World here last month, didn't have anybody, but he said he's got his brother.
Rob Goodman had
Rob Goodman
for him.
But, yeah, his brother, Johnny, the Nigel Auto Solutions 69 car.
Who's his what's his brother's name? Do you know?
I have no clue.
Okay.
Billy Huck. I have no idea. Ross Robinson, he's going to be on the pole of this second B main in that Stokely Materials number 7. This is his third full year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, hoping to make it number 4. There is the 17 SS, Brendan Smith, out of Dade City, Florida. He's shown flashes of speed, but Dade City, Florida down there, and I know he was one of those, of course, we wanted to go to East Bay, but, man, it just wasn't meant to be, and it's so sad, and it's hard to believe. You look at the schedule for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah.
East Bay is not on the schedule as they're going to have an auction come. I think they're going to do a race in a couple of weeks and then have an auction. So,
are you going down for the auction? Are you going to buy like the flag stand and put it in your man cave? No.
What can we buy out of the booth, the PA booth there that you and I?
Probably the partition wall they put up to separate you. Yeah, to separate you from the rest of the staff in there.
Guys, I remember, what did we do, 116 Winter Nationals races?
A lot.
And then we did, 3 for the reopening tour during COVID?
2020, yep.
Yeah.
There's Evan Kohler in the 114, the 11 with the small 4.
How about Bobby Kohler? He is the Keith Kuntz of dirt late model racing, right? He's got 2 cars in the show. His son Jordan, who won a heat race last night, Ricky Thorne Jr., Jimmy Owens, and Evan Kohler.
He looks like Boom Briggs at Lernerville.
Looks like Boom Briggs at Lernerville is Bobby Kohler.
Yeah.
There's Tristan Chamberlain trying to make his first DTWC.
Yeah, and he was fastest in that session of Dirt Draft Hot Laps, James, with a 1:6.316. That wide open graphics wrapped. Number 20, TC. There's Brandon Shepard, the defending winner of this race, not yet locked in, and he starts 5th in the 3rd B main. 12 laps, top 2 will transfer. And he's got to race his way in.
Yep, trying to win number 6. There's Devin Shields, the 51 car, regular this year in the Valvoline American Ironman Series. He's out of Britain, Michigan. There's the 17D, the Z&T Racing Dome Cycles entry. Tim Short out of group. That is Zach Dome, Cross Lanes, West Virginia. There's the ASD Motorsports entry. Tyler Austin Brashears turning the wrenches on Ethan Dotson.
I saw Tyler Austin Brashears earlier, passed me in the midway. The former Arkansas State duck calling champion.
He had a good qualifying time last night, but could not make the show. There's the 8 car, Rob Anderzak, the veteran driver, out of Swanton, Ohio, the 10 Mile Creek entry.
Missed the Mid-American Auto Racing News. We say it every time.
man.
There's Opie, Mike Spatola in the 89, making his way around out of Manhattan, Illinois, the 3-time Fairbury Speedway track champion in the B&D Chemical Pro Power Rocket.
How do you like the white on that car? Usually he's just been, blue, right?
Or black.
Or black.
Yeah. It's different. I like white. I got nothing against
He's going
white.
with the lighter blue like your pants.
Very much so. Baby blue.
Baby blue.
It's like the color of her eyes and the Colorado skies.
Who's saying that?
Final, you can work on that one. Final session. So these are the drivers in My Race Pass. B main number 3.
Brandon Moore.
On the racetrack. That is Brandon Moore.
Bryan, Ohio.
Yeah, it is Bryan, Ohio. Very good. The Darrell Hoffman power plant underneath the hood of that kryptonite number 39.
He's one of those guys, just a regional racer that just comes out and has fun, and man, you'd like to see him have a good run. Don't forget that Jim Dunn Memorial race. And again, the winner does not have the option to, he'll take the 3,000 and get him a nice trophy, get an interview, and see what happens there. There is the 17D car. Again, they're trying to make it into just 2,500 to start here, by the way, here for the DTWC.
Zach Dome on your screen, the fastest driver in that session of Dirt Draft Hot Laps for the guys in My Race Pass B main 3 with a 1:5.911. There's Ricky Thornton Jr. down there talking to Adam Logan from Bill Stein Shocks.
Chris Madden, the crew chief, Ricky Arnold, DJ Williams on that crew trying to get a championship here tonight. By the way, in case you missed the announcement, we will be back here for the 45th Carl Schwartz Dirt Track World Championship a year from now on It'll start on Thursday, October 17th. We'll have Friday, October 17th, and Saturday, October the 18th of 2025. So make your plans now. Of course, tickets will go on sale, DJ, right, for the Dream in the World.
Yeah.
Coming up here, by the end of the year maybe, first of the year. So to keep your reserved tickets for that, make sure you renew those.
Some more drivers on the track in this third session of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. You just saw the 2022 Dirt Track World Champion Garrett Smith out of Eaton, Georgia. There's Shannon Babb in the 18. Babb, a two-time Dirt Track World Champion this weekend behind the wheel of the Steve Lampley Category 5 race car in the 18. There's Brandon Shepard, defending winner of this race, 5-time DTWC champion, and that Shepard Riggs Racing Realtree Dude Wipe-sponsored Longhorn factory car.
By the way, the feature purse tonight, DJ, $215,100 just for the main event. The Jim Dunn Memorial Qualifier, it's got a nice little purse, $23,000.
Oh my!
$850 for the Jim Dunn Memorial. Good breakdown there, $3,000, $2,000,
Yeah.
$1,500, $1,250, $1,200.
How about that?
And on down, 10th is $1,025.
It's good stuff. Tyler Carpenter in the 28, also not in. These B mains are loaded, my friend.
And I believe the only scratch we have tonight unofficially is Corey Hedgecock.
Yeah, tough
Broke
break.
something in the rear end of that car last night.
Tough break for the Loudon, Tennessee driver here one night ago. There's a guy that led laps last year, Tyler Carpenter. There's Wendell, West Virginia's Chad Green in the 88, new wrap on the side of that car here this weekend.
It's the only time we see him is at the Dirt Track World Championship, right?
I feel that way. He tried to get to a couple other races earlier this year, just wasn't able to make it out.
There's Tyler Earp, the #1 car. That best car, of course. They had that streak there with Josh Richards, Brandon Shepard first, winning the Dirt Track World Championship. Randall Edwards had the stretch of how many as crew chief, right?
That's right.
And Cody Carl, the
four in a
crew chief
row.
on that. There's the driver, one he raced last night in the steel block for Kirk Eisner in that 28 car here tonight. About Tyler Carpenter, the run he had here last year, 15.574 DJ here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps.
Yeah, he is the fastest in that session. He'll try to parlay that into a transfer spot in My Race Pass. B main number 3 a little bit later on this evening, where he has to come from the 7th starting position in a 12-lap race. And there's his dad, Fast Freddie Carpenter, out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, making his way to the racetrack, the 53-year-old in the Burwell Motorsports, Boston's farm venue, Chatham and Sun Tile Pro Power Kryptonite entry. He'll be followed by the driver of the Bruce Kane Racing number 15K. This weekend, that's going to be Will Harrington out of Hawkinsville, Georgia, 11th in the Hunt the Front point standings for the driver of the Bruce Kane Racing, all about doors. Jerry Siding Roofing and Windows sponsored 15K.
There's Jimmy Owens, former winner of this race back in 2012. And the Reese Monument Company, Boom Test Well Service, Ultimate Towing and Recovery number 20. His teammates, 2 of his teammates already in the youngster, Jordan Kohler, 22 years old, and Ricky Thornton Jr., the points leader. As we're in the My Race Pass B Main 3 final hot lap group on the racetrack, there is the Dave Warren Power Sports 99B. That'll be Rick Boom Briggs out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania.
Boom Briggs will start 3rd.
Almost made it last night out of a heat
close.
race.
Yep, he was very, very close. And My Race Pass B main number 3. Tyler Carpenter still the quickest for the drivers in this 3rd B main here this evening. Freddie Carpenter sliding around there in the C4.
Kind of looks like Thursday's track right now. A little bit, you got to run that in up there.
It's all right.
So that'll do it for hot laps, Dirt Draft Hot Laps for the B main participants. So they'll go back and make their final preparations. One thing about it, all of our Lucas late models are in the infield, so we don't have to open the gate or anything. All the steel blocks up top, their feature will be later on, DJ.
Yes, but they will have hot laps coming up here, I believe, in just a minute for the Steel Block Late Model Series. So with that in mind, we'll step aside for a quick set of commercial breaks. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll march on with pre-race festivities here at the Eldora Speedway for the 44th running of the General Tire Dirt Track Championship, presented by ARP. This is MAV TV on FloRacing.
Welcome back to Eldora Speedway, night number 3 of the General Tire 44th Dirt Track World Championship presented by ARP. Well, we usually do it each time this year, Rob Goodman. We announced the class of 2025 for the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame. Ceremonies will be held August the 9th at Florence Speedway in Union, Kentucky. The drivers to be inducted into the Hall of Fame come 2025. And again, there'll be a press release on Dirt here in a little bit. How about the Nebraska veteran Kyle Burke? Congratulations to the Marquette Missile, Kyle Burke. Iowa's Fred Horn into the Hall of Fame in 2025. The veteran driver from Georgia, C.L. Pritchett. C.L. Pritchett makes the Hall of Fame. How about Kelly Bowen? You've heard of Kelly Bowen, right?
Oh,
the 07 out of Colorado. Congratulations, Kelly Bowen. And Lance Matthews out of Winona, Minnesota. The contributors this year, former Habit Tampa announcer Roby Helm, the Izzo family, and Don Schoenfeld from Schoenfeld Headers. The Lifetime Achievement Awards go to Kelly Carlton for promotion and Tom Deary for promotion. And the Baltus Mimmer Award in memory of Earl Baltus and Bob Mimmer goes to the Dirt Track World Championship promoter, Carl Short. And again, those folks will be inducted into the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame that'll come up on August the 9th at Florence Speedway, as we have 24 cars into the steel block feature right now. And how about Zach Milby? Well, he was up there. Now Tucker Anderson, the fastest in this group, Rob Goodman.
Anderson quickest in qualifying overall here in the warm-up session as we locked 24 in last night. James had 2 series provisionals, give us 26 cars. So great field. If you were with us last night, 72 drivers checking in here, 15 states and Ontario represented. So a great turnout from all over the country.
Absolutely. Todd Fronapple does a great job. He'd like to thank Burlisle Performance Products, VP Fuels, the title sponsors for the 2024 season for the Steel Block Late Model Series. Of course, Impact Gear, Hoosier Racing Tire, Ohio Valley, Mullins Race Engines, Afterburner Performance, Angry Duck Graphics, Dominator Race Products, XS Power Batteries, Dave Poskey's Performance, and again, Hoosier Tire, Ohio Valley, along with Swartz Race Cars, Victory Fuel, Racers in Christ, 5-star bodies at MD3, Race City Performance, Hooker Harness, Penske Shock, Swift Springs, Chew on this jerky Rookie of the Year, which is Steven Dotson this year, and Slicker Graphics. And again, congratulations. We'll honor him in a little bit here, Rob, for his 5th title, Zach Milby out of Polka, West Virginia. All right, so Milby right now the fastest out there in hot laps for the steel blocks. Again, they'll run for 5,000. How about that modified feature, my friend, last night? That was a dandy.
Yes, I think we both woke up with smiles on our faces. Absolutely a barn burner. Super stocks are great on Thursday night, so I have full confidence both our features here plus the Jim Dunn event should be outstanding.
Well, you interviewed Nick Bowers, that thrilling super stock win, got out of his car, lit up a Marlboro. That was awesome. Adam Stricker, I know he doesn't smoke, but he
had his cell phone.
He's a new dad. You got to be. Yeah, he does a great job. And I know a young daughter, Paisley. She's too young to realize what happened, but he got a win last night. He's a late model guy now, though. But he is a very talented driver. And congratulations to Adam Stricker, Nick Bowers. And we're going to have 2 more winners here tonight in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Dirt Track World Champion. The steel block on the track right now, the 81M. That'll be Mr. Melvin. Is that Matt Melvin?
Yep, Matt Melvin out of Ironton, Ohio, the Patriot Meat Processing. Danny Sullivan Excavating, spin to win. Josh Wilson Photography, and with a Mullins Power Plant.
We were talking about Indy 500 earlier, wasn't we? There's the 44 car. That is driven by Lucas McDonald. And I believe he was last year's Rookie of the Year, I believe, for the Steel Block Series. There's the D19, the Port Royal regular out of 3 Springs, Pennsylvania. That is Dylan Stake. Dylan Stake in the D19. We've had several cars from the Hagerstown Port Royal area here this weekend with us in the Steel Block Series.
Yeah, drivers from the Keystone State, Maryland, representing well here with the Steel Blocks. Coming from the Commonwealth of Virginia, Cedar Bluff, Virginia's Tyler Arrington on the backstretch, the 002, the Ernest Performance Car Care Incorporated. And that is a Savage chassis with a Phantom Power Plant, 33K. There's one of our drivers from Pennsylvania. He hails out of Port Royal, Pennsylvania. That is Devin Hart. The Lucky Buck, Hungry Run Wine, Browns Automotive, Rocket with a Barron's Power Plant. So Milby's 16236 is so the
Yep.
Time to beat here in warm-ups.
You made Morris, Ohio, Tyler Riggs, the 99T. Heat race winner here last night. Again, that lineup coming up for 25K, Colton Burdett and Casey Burdett. The Burdett brothers on the front row. Then it'll be Tucker Anderson and Tyler Carpenter. And at Eisner, number 7, Tyler Riggs and Skylar Marler will make up row 3 here tonight. And right now it is Tyler Riggs, former fast qualifier for the Hillbilly 100 to 99 T-car at 16.105. First time here at Eldora. As we mentioned last year when we did this race, there's a lot of first-timers here. These guys, I mean, like I said, the Super Stocks, congratulations to them. Great show. Modifieds as well. And unfortunately, those guys didn't get to run last year because of all the weather and what happened. And they've come back this year strong and put on a heck of a show. And steel blocks, 72 steel blocks here last night. They're working down there on the 74, the ASD Motorsports car of Ethan Dotson. So steel blocks will have another group here to hot lap. Then we'll get ready for our Invocation and National Anthem here tonight. I'm getting excited.
Yep, it's beautiful weather. Place is starting to fill in very well.
Right there, 2-time Gateway Dirt Nationals winner, Rob in the Eisner Trucking number 7 car.
Tyler
doing double
Carpenter.
duty here this weekend. In that Lucas Oil B main, let's see.
A little work to do on that side.
His dad, Freddie, starts 4th in B main number 3, and then his son, Tyler, will start 7th.
He'll roll off 4th in the steel block. Picked up Heat 4 last night.
So Tyler Riggs, Zach Milby, Tucker Anderson, Tyler Arrington, your top 4 right now. There's the 15K, the Bruce Kane Racing car. He'll drive an identical car with an open motor. That's Will Harrington out of Hawkinsville, Georgia, that Anthony's Pizza entry.
So I believe we're getting ready to wind them up for the final warm-up session here for the steel blocks. Looking at the 28Z out of Mifflintown, Pennsylvania. Ryan Zook, the Zimmerman Truck Lines and Truck Repair, driving Zook's Tax Service Rocket with A Buyers. And speaking of Rocket, I believe Mark Richards celebrating a birthday today.
Yes, happy birthday to Mark. How about Dustin Nobby? He's in a Rocket, the 5N, the Nobby Mower Shop entry out of Batesville, Indiana. Picked up a win in the crates at Circle City, where we will be for the first time ever in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series next May, the night before the Ralph Latham Memorial at Florence Speedway. 23 car, that'll be Derek Rogers. Derek Rogers last night making the show.
Through the B.
Out of Spelter, West Virginia.
So warm-ups continue on, and we'll piggyback off of Batesville, Indiana. Batesville, Arkansas's Billy Moyer, the 1996 Dirt Track World Champion, celebrating his 67th birthday. So happy birthday to Mr. Smooth.
He's going to race again next year. Talked to Carla Rayburn last week at Brownstown, and Billy was up there for that, for the C.J. Rayburn Memorial.
Will Harrington.
And he looks good for next year. So
goes 3rd quick, and Tyler Carpenter.
Do we have a vehicle need to be moved?
Oh,
already?
we've got vehicles.
You know,
that
you got a good, pretty
yes.
good crowd when you got to move vehicles already.
All right, so we've got a black Dodge from 2014, Holly Johnson. If that's you, please move it. We've got Kevin Reynolds' blue 2017 Ford. You are in the main lot, maybe south end. So we're going to ask you nicely to move it, or they'll move it for you, and that's usually not free. So
I love it how they, years you used to read a license plate. Nobody knows their license plate, right? So now we've got it where we can scan it and get all that in. Well, we're going to take a break. Coming up, we're going to have pre-race ceremonies, our Invocation National Anthem, plus another awesome list of dignitaries. Plus, we will honor Zach Milby, this year's Steel Block champion here tonight at Eldora Speedway. We'll be right back from Rossburg, Ohio.
Dave Poske's Performance Parts has been serving the Ohio River Valley and racers from all across the country since 1978, and they are the home to Hoosier Tire, Ohio Valley, and Octane Race Products. Stop in and shop all of the nation's top brands, including Winners Performance, Willwood Brakes, Bill Stein Shocks, Hyperco Springs, Maxima Race Oils, Impact Safety Equipment, along with hundreds of others. You can also visit Dave Poske's Performance Parts online at Poske.com, as we ship UPS and truck freight daily. Dave Poske's Performance Parts, serving the Ohio River Valley and racers all across the country since 1978.
I love the sound of someone getting their money's worth. I mean, where else are you going to get ahs like that for 99 cents? Only in Casey's Country. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. For a limited time, get medium fountain drinks for just 99 cents.
Hey race fans, picture this, a tap house with 46 taps where you make all the choices, paying by the ounce as you try all of your favorites on our unique self-serve pouring wall. Sure Shot Tap House offers something for everyone, from crafts, ciders, and seltzers to old favorite domestics, bourbon, and wine. Oh, and let's not forget our awesome beer-inspired food menu. So race fans, while at Eldora, be sure to check out the Sure Shot Tap House. Online at SureShotTapHouse.com, just right down the road in Greenville.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Every race matters for the Big River Steel Chase for the Championship, presented by ARP. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series competitors will battle it out at every race for a chance to win the Series Championship and a record total points fund payout of over $1 million. Four drivers will battle for the Series Championship at the season finale to determine the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion.
Premier Health was first in the region. First emergency room, first ICU. We created the first ambulance in the air. We broke records. We made history. Our 110 years of experience were gained for this one split second.
We're gonna take you to Miami Valley Hospital, okay?
We were granted level 1 trauma verification, the highest level of care for critically injured and sick patients. We treat patients that other hospitals can't. We are the most experienced. Premier Health.
Welcome back to Eldora Speedway and the final night of the 44th annual General Tire Dirt Track World Championship presented by AARP. Before we get racing underway tonight, we've got some pretty cool opening ceremony stuff. We've got some prizes to give out and some other things. So without further ado, let's get things underway. At this point, please join me in welcoming to the Eldora Victory Lane stage the Miss Eldora representatives, Miss Savannah and Miss Abby. All right, Savannah, you always get mad when I ask this question, but I love the answers you come up with. What has been your favorite part of the Dirt Track World Championship weekend so far?
Oh, that is hard every time you put me on the spot. We've done a lot of fun things. The autograph session today was really fun, but honestly, just seeing everybody out here, the weather has been wonderful. Last year was a little rough, so I'm excited that we got that, but just seeing everybody and being here with my family, and Abby and I enjoy it all, so.
All right, good answer. You're getting better at this. I got to get tougher on the questions. Abby, you walked up with a box. What's in the box?
Well, we have been passing out goodies all afternoon. Earlier today, we had some Halloween bags that we passed out to some kids. And here when we cross the track, we have some brand new Eldora Speedway shirts that we're going to be passing out. So if you're in this front stretch area, I want to hear you cheering really loud because we've got about 20 shirts to throw your way.
All right, free stuff coming your way. How about it for Miss Savannah and Miss Abby, the Miss Eldora representatives? Now please join me in welcoming to the Eldora Victory Lane stage the founder of the Dirt Track World Championship, event promoter Carl Short. Carl, 44 years, man. Can you believe that you've come this far, all the history, and we're going to make even more here tonight?
Actually, Ben, I can't believe it's been 44 years. That's the first thing. I feel like I'm 44 years old, but I want to welcome everybody tonight. Being the promoter, I guess that's my job to welcome people. So welcome everybody. Hope you have a good time. Hope you enjoy it. And hopefully next year it's going to be bigger and better. So make your plans now to be back next year.
There you have it. Well, date's already announced. It's going to be next October right here at Eldora Speedway. Tickets will be available very soon. But how about a round of applause for Carl Short and the Dirt Track World Championship? Thank you very much, Carl. Now we're going to bring to the stage the presenting sponsor of not only this event, but the Big River Steel Chase for the Championship presented by ARP. Please join me in welcoming Eddie Hamilton. Eddie, second year in a row to be part of this Chase for the Championship event presenting sponsor. How exciting has it been for you and the company to be a part of this event?
It's been great. We appreciate being the official sponsor of the Dirt Track World Championship here tonight. We look forward to continuing our relationship with the Lucas Late Model Dirt Series, and hope we get to do this again.
Well, we really appreciate your support. Hey, check out their products, arp-bolts.com. And again, ARP, the presenting sponsor of not only this event, but also the championship with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Thank you, sir. Now coming to the stage from Big River Steel, Mr. Scott Coleman. And of course, Scott, the title sponsor of the championship with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Scott, it's hard to believe it's already been a year since the first one. Tonight, 3 drivers in contention. And what beautiful weather we have. But more importantly, how important is this event to you and Big River Steel to be a part of?
Well, it's exciting. I think for everybody here, this is the culmination of an entire year. A lot of hard work by these teams, and we're awful proud of all 4 of them that made it to the Final 4. So we're excited about it. We hope to see a great race tonight, and we're going to crown a champion.
Race fans, how about it? Scott Coleman with Big River Steel, the title sponsor of the Big River Steel Chase for the Championship, presented by ARP. Now we're going to get into some season-long awards, and for that, we're going to bring Dave Warren from Dave Warren Power Sports out to the stage. Dave, you guys had a year-long competition where people could sign up to win a UT10 side-by-side Segway. You had to get us lined out early in the year because we had it wrong, but you did have a winner on that, and the winner this year of that prize is who?
Well, let's pull it right now.
Survey says.
The winner is Greg Kirkwood from East Rochester, New York.
Very cool. This has been exciting for you guys. You guys sponsored the caution flag all year. It's great to have new marketing partners. You also had something else you were part of that you guys are very proud of.
Yeah, not a lot of people knew, but Boom's brother, Steve, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer this year, and so we started a foundation called Drivers for the Cure. Everybody, I think, has had somebody or knows somebody that's been touched by cancer. So we started this about 4 months ago, and we've raised over $32,000, in Steve's name to give back to the hospital that diagnosed Steve. And I'm happy to report he's home. He had surgery, had the cancer taken out, so everything is going good in that direction. So
if somebody wants to support that, where can they find more information?
Just go to driversforthecure.com.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, this gentleman, Dave Warren, a great supporter. Somebody wins the Segway, but more importantly, supporting the cause. Again, big thank you to Dave Warren and Dave Warren Power Sports. Thank you, brother. Coming to the stage next, we're going to bring Cameron Hahn from Buzz Bikes along with Emily Lentz. And we've got a special guest that's going to come up with them as we had a competition to give away a Buzz Bike this year. And Cameron Hahn, a new marketing partner with Buzz Bikes in the series, and Emily Lentz, the winner of this bike. And Cameron, I'm going to start with you, man. You guys are a new marketing partner with this series. I've seen a lot of the events. I've seen a lot of people buying these bikes. How exciting was it to have this contest?
It was actually really cool. Just seeing the signups throughout the year, I couldn't believe how many were coming in. People were like reaching out to us on social, trying to see when their winner was being pulled. It was really fun.
Emily, you win this bike, and you got ties to the dirt late model world. Your dad is on Devin Moran's crew as well. How cool was it when you found out you won this bike, though?
It was pretty cool, honestly. I was in the Walmart parking lot, and my dad didn't believe me at first, and I was like, I think this is legit, so.
Have you made any laps today on it?
No.
Well, you got a lot of laps to make. You've got a lot of great stuff to check out here. And real quick, anybody that wants more information on one of these Buzz Bikes, where can they find it?
BuzzBicycles.com or on social media at BuzzBicycles. Check us out.
There you go. Big thank you to Buzz Bicycles, and congratulations to Emily on a very cool prize. As again, the prizes keep coming. Can't wait to see what we're going to have next year. And again, the winner of the Buzz Bicycles. So thank you very much, Cameron Hahn, as we will move right down the line. And we can get you right that way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As next, we had a UNOH $5,000 scholarship this year, and that was presented also by Buzz Bicycles and Lucas Oil. And the winner that we're going to bring to the stage now, Mr. Joshua Kaler, $5,000 recipient. You've got the UNOH shirt on, a $5,000 scholarship to UNOH. What does that mean to you, Joshua?
It honestly means a lot. It's going to help me out through the whole session, next 2 sessions, almost 3, I think. I'm excited. I'm so happy I won this. very thankful towards UNOH and Buzz Bikes. This is awesome, man.
What is your dream job in this sport?
Anywhere in the dirt industry. I want to be here. I want to be somewhere with Lucas Oil. Any team, just want to be out here.
Hey, there you go. He's already putting in applications. How about it for Mr. Kaler? He's going to pick up $5,000 from UNOH. Congratulations, and I know we'll be seeing you on the road very soon. Well, guys, I tell you what, we want to thank Trey Becker from UNOH. He could not be here, but again, thanks to him, Lucas Oil and Buzz Bikes. DJ and James, we're going to throw it up for tonight's run of show.
All right, Ben, thanks so much. You did a great job down there.
By the way, we sold 14 Buzz Bikes today.
Just
Not
today?
you and I. Just today.
That
Buzz
is-
Bikes. Thank you to Cameron Hahn for what he does.
Yep, almost what they sold at Florence. James, real quickly, while they get your 2024 Steel Block Series champ Zach Milby situated on the victory stage, let's go ahead and take a look one more time for the folks at home in a run of show here this evening. We've just had Dirt Draft Hot Laps for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series 3B mains. They'll be 12 laps in distance. Top two will transfer. Top 2 out of 3B mains. We have the 25-lap Jim Dunn non-qualifiers race. The winner does not get the option to tag the tail of the field. Of course, the 25-lap main event for Todd Fronapple Steel Block Late Model Series, and then the 100-lap, $100,000 to win Dirt Track World Championship. We mentioned it within all of that will be this evening's 25-lap Steel Block Late Model Series feature. And the now, what is it, 4-time, Ben, Steel Block Late Model Series champ is with you on the stage. 5-time, oh my, a 5-time champ. How about it for Milby?
Zach Milby, I tell you what, a dominant year. If I understand correctly, 10 out of 12 events you've won this year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct, man. It's been our best year. Yeah, that's for sure, man.
You've won this multiple times now. Is this your most satisfactory season, though, for what you guys were able to accomplish?
Oh, for sure, man. Like I said, it's we had our 2 runs. They were bad runs, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's been awesome, dude. It's going to be hard to top it next year, that's for sure.
5,000 on the line tonight. Do you have the car to come up here a second time and be on this Eldora Victory Lane stage?
Man, I hope so. We threw the kitchen sink at it. We start kind of deep, so we'll see what happens. We go frontwards or backwards. We start 11, so we're about in the middle there, so we'll see what happens.
I know you're chasing big money tonight, but tell us the sponsors you'd like to thank that helped you get to this point.
Yeah, there's so many people that help us here. This is, like I said, a family team, man. We do it as a family. My mom, my dad, my Aunt Deb, my aunt and uncle, Brand and Michael, Case, and I got a lot of friends that help too, Ryan and Shayna. And I got to thank Tim Dome at Dome Cycles, man. Tim, Zach, and Nick, they've helped me since day one. I couldn't do none of this without them. Brent and Keith Burner at Afterburn Performance, they pull me in and they go through these cars and stuff like that, and I could do none of this, each and every one of them guys. Octane Race Products, Hoosier by Todd Fry, Hawk Performance, Mullins Race Engines, Longhorn Chassis, John Brown Stock Car Bodies, Axis Custom Decals, Jacob at Burlaw Performance, him and Kenny, Dwayne at Finish One, Justin at Hyperco, Jet at XS. There's just so many people that help us, and they knew who they are, and we couldn't do without each and every one of them guys.
One more time, how about your Steel Block Late Model Series champion, Zach Milby? Well, guys, Zach and the gang are going to get a few photos down here, I believe, and we'll throw it back up top, and we're moments away from opening ceremonies.
Yeah, they got the world-famous Eldora pack trucks there on the racetrack, James, and that means we know what is coming up next. It's that point in the night where you could just cut the tension with a knife, as we've got 3 12-lap B mains for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series on the agenda. Of course, before all of that, we will have opening ceremonies with this evening's invocation, followed by the national anthem, but 18 drivers have locked in to this evening's main event. We're going to transfer another 6 in through the B mains, and then depending on who races their way in, we'll fill out the balance of the field with Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series provisionals.
Anytime we can get a Tim Dome reference into a broadcast,
showstopper.
it's all good.
The showstopper.
Yep. Absolutely.
The Fast 6T. Not 4. Remember when Brian Ruhlman ran a 4T9?
4T9.
Remember, he had the T in the middle of it there for a little while, for a year or two.
Now he's a sprint car driver. He's still got the late model. He's got the modified.
Runs non-wing sprints.
Yeah.
I mean, he does it all. He does it all.
Yeah.
Well, drivers stage in the staging lane, wrap it up. Championship photos with Polka, West Virginia, Zach Milby down there on the Eldora Speedway victory stage. There's a good look at the defending dirt track world champion, Brandon Shepard, up there on top of the Coleman Farms Racing, Shepard Riggs Racing B5 hauler in the infield.
Home of the dots.
The polka dots.
West Virginia, the dots.
look at that. Gorgeous sunset there off to the west.
By the way, do you know Randy Weaver? He's from Muncie, Indiana. He went to Wapahani High School.
Not Wapakoneta.
No, not Wapakoneta, but Wapahani.
They're the Wapahani who?
What did he say it was, Rob?
The Warriors? Is it the Warriors?
I don't think it's the
that?
Warriors.
That sounds right.
No. Wapahani. We're talking the old days of
Chiefs.
Asphalt racing in Indiana. 12,252 on the 50-50.
If you are anywhere in the state of Ohio, you can go to Eldora5050.com and buy your tickets. Anywhere.
But you can't be in the
state of Ohio.
First place team in the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, right? You can't be there.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Thank you.
Is that your, was that Lost and Found, or is that your?
That is Magic Mike from St. Henry's nightclub, by the way.
Oh, is that your Dethridge Opticians glass? By the way, Dethridge Opticians, not just glasses, contacts as well. Got my new contacts from Greg Dethridge.
Yes.
And Dethridge Opticians in the mail the other day.
I saw that. Very good.
Very quick.
Good.
Mine are special order because I'm blind. And very quick, very reasonably priced, and I want to send a big public shout out to Greg Dethridge and Dethridge Opticians.
Saw Brett Coleman yesterday. Brett Coleman, the sportsmanship, and of course we still have the vote for the most popular driver that is available through December the 1st. So if you've not already voted, go on to our website at lucasdirt.com. There's a banner on top, right? You can vote.
I think Drake Troutman was leading that.
Drake Troutman was leading that, and again, that's a cash award at our awards banquet.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't have a race at Eldora without, Scott Bloomquist, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Multi-time winner of the Dirt Track World Championship. Remember, it took him forever to win one. I think he won his first one, Atomic, which was KC Atomic.
With KC then.
Yeah.
We talk about, it's funny that you mentioned Bloomquist because we talk about all of the drama and the storylines coming into this weekend. I mean, there was nobody that was the captain of drama at a Scott Bloomquist when it came to Eldora. I mean,
there's
no green light, Heat 5, the Chrome car, window net gate.
Resumption of the dream. They locked the back gate. He couldn't get down, couldn't get in.
Oh, man, we miss him.
Unbelievable. As Zach Milby, congratulations again. He has 5th Steel Block Championship. Oh, the Raiders. I'm sorry, the Wapahani Raiders.
The Wapahani Raiders. How about that? Was John Gruden his coach?
John Gruden, no, but it's Illinois 21, Michigan 7.
Well,
near the end. By the way, Indiana's number is the top team in the Big Ten right now, by the way.
I know.
They're 7-0. The Cornhuskers, we're trying to kill some time here.
Decapitated Nebraska.
So Indiana's now a football school, right?
The bigger win today, Indiana over Nebraska or Chase Jarrett's Ada Bulldogs over Allen.
It's a close call. Who did you have on Dirt or on FanDuel? On FanDuel,
I lost one parlay earlier. I do need to check. The other one was actually not doing. Was in a pretty good spot with the other one.
Well, there could be a showdown here. What about 3 or 4 weeks? Indiana and Ohio State.
Well, there could be.
For the Big Ten title, yeah.
Well, we're about to have a throwdown here at the Eldora Speedway as we've got 3 B mains, a steel block late model feature, and a 100-lap Dirt Track World Championship. But before we get underway with those 3 B mains, we will throw it down to the Eldora Victory Stage and our very own Ben Shelton.
Well, thank you very much, Dustin. At this time, if you are able, we ask you to please rise for tonight's invocation and our Star Spangled Banner. Tonight's invocation by Dirt Racing Outreach and Mr. Russ Ward.
Thank you so much, Ben. If you would please join me in a word of prayer. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, God, I just humbly come before you once again, God, with thanksgiving in my heart. Lord, you have truly blessed us with such a great weekend. The weather has just been phenomenal, God. We are so honored and blessed to be part of your creation. God, as we reflect, as we go into tonight's last program, Lord, not only for the Lucas Oil Series, God, but here at Eldora Speedway, our seasons have come to an end. And God, we just want to take a moment to thank you, God, for being with us. Lord, for hearing our prayers and watching over every aspect of the sport of dirt late model racing. God, not only this track, but the many tracks across the United States, God, that have put you first in all of their pre-race ceremonies. God, we just want to honor you today, and we give thanks for all those tracks who have honored you as well. Father, we just want to continue to remember those who have been impacted by the hurricanes and the flooding, Lord, across the South. God, we know those families still need help. And pray, God, that you would just send help to them, Lord, whether it be financial, whether it be spiritual, Lord, or physical, God. I pray you reach out to them and comfort them, God, like only you can. And, Lord, as we go on through tonight's program, I just pray you be with us. Watch over each and every driver, each and every crew member, staff member, great fan as they travel to and from. And, Lord, just bless us with another great, exciting evening. And, God, as always, we'll give you all praise and glory for all you do because you are worthy of all of it. And we ask it all in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Russ. Please remain standing for the Star Spangled Banner tonight by Miss Joy Myers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. Great job. How about it for Joy Myers on the Star Spangled Banner? Well, guys, it's been an amazing weekend. It's going to be an amazing night. One question only. Eldora Speedway, are you ready here tonight? TJ James, this is what you saved your lunch money for. It's time to have fun one last time at the Big E in 2024.
All right, Ben, great job. Thank you very much. Well, 3B mains, Dustin. They're going to be 12 laps apiece. The top two transfer. And then we'll settle up on the provisionals. But also, don't forget, we'll have that Jim Dunn Memorial that'll be coming up here in a little bit. And the drivers will be running for some good money. So not is all lost. They will not be done for the night, most of them. So are you ready, my friend? Fast Shafts B main number 1.
Let's do it.
On the pole will be the current Hunt the Front points leader, the 76 out of Evans, Georgia. That is Brandon Overton on the outside. He'll finish second in this year's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase for the Lucas Oil Series. Out of Jupiter, Florida, it is Clay Harris.
Row 2 on the inside in the Ken and Beth Roberts Racing number 58. Currently 6th in the series point standings. That's Garrett Alberson, and on his outside, out of Brandon, Florida, 5th in the World of Outlaw Series points, it's Kyle Beronson.
Former Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year in the Coleman Farms 96. He's out of Benton, Kentucky. That is Tanner English out of the outside. The Performance Transport 4G out of Camden, Ohio. It is Cody Evans.
Row number 4 on the inside out of Earlham, Iowa. It's Daniel Hilsebeck in the number 22. And on his outside, the 2022 World of Outlaws Late Model Series champ out of Carpentersville, Illinois. It's Dennis Erb Jr.
Row 5, the Ratliff number 12 for racing Jason Jameson. He's out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. And the veteran, the Jedi, Jerry Bowersock in the 95J. He is out of Wapakoneta, Ohio.
Second generation driver Corey Lawler rolls from the inside of row 6. He's out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, the 93. And on his outside, the 2007 Eldora Speedway stock car champ out of Wayne, Ohio. It's the Wayne Hurricane. That's Jeff Babcock.
And your final 3 starters, DJ, starting inside of row 7, it'll be Donnie Jeske. He's out of Dayton, Ohio, the 99J. And Rich Bell, veteran out of Sheffield, Illinois, the 21B. And Clint Keenan is the final starting spot. He starts in 15th. He's out of Pataskala, Ohio.
So if everyone answers the call, James, we'll have 15 cars running 12 laps with the top 2 racing their way in. Currently, I think it's, what, 7 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series regulars have not raced their way into the show yet.
Well, Garrett Alberson, who is 6th in the points, Jimmy Owens, who is 10th, are not in it, and Alberson, the starting spot 3rd, and then Owens is going to be on the outside front row of B main number 3. Then you have Ross Robinson, Clay Harris, Boom, Brenda Smith, and Corey Law. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. Only 2 starting spots up for grabs in each of these 3 B mains for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series here this evening in our final race of the season, and we get to turn right back around and do it again in less than 3 months. A lot of folks have asked, why is, whoa, I found Waldo. There he is. I just found Waldo. Yep, there you. We see you, Waldo. We see you. That's right. Ben Shelton, did you find Waldo?
I did not find Waldo, but I found breaking news. The Jim Dunn Memorial winner is done for the night. He gets $3,000. But as Lee Corso would say on game day, not so fast, my friend. The Jim Dunn Memorial winner will now get the option to start tonight's main event. So after that race, $3,000 guaranteed or $2,500 guaranteed, and a shot to for $100,000.
Wow. Thank you, Carl Short, right?
There you go. Breaking news from the infield.
That is awesome. I love that. I love that choice. I think we did it once at Portsmouth maybe, but other times it was he didn't get an opportunity. He took the trophy and the cash and went home. Now, one thing I'd like to point out on this, now I know there's some point battles still through the 17 spots there.
Yeah.
But what do you do if you're an emergency provisional, all you get is money, it past the start money. So this Jim Dunn pays really good. What do you do? Do you sacrifice a few $100 maybe for 1,000 or more? I don't know.
What do you got to race your way up to? What, 13th pays $3,000? I looked at this the other day.
It's $2,500 to start, so you got to run. 20th gets you $25.25, so $25, right?
Okay.
So in this Jim Dunn Memorial, it pays $500 just to start.
It pays $3,000 to win. What do you have to get $3,000 in the feature tonight? You got to get up to what, 13th, right? Yeah, 13th.
Yes, sir. 13th pays $3,000.
That's a tough call. I mean,
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the last race of the year for most of these guys, so
it's a chance to turn 100 laps at Eldora.
That's exactly right. There's Clay Harris right there. Man, he looked really good after Speed Week's leading and made his change. He was going to run the hunt. The front rookie of the year decided to run Lucas and was leading, and then Drake Troutman caught him and had some bad luck. Did Clay Harris, not Blake Harris. There's probably a Blake Harris somewhere, right?
Yeah, not Blake Shelton.
There's Weston's dad.
Not Blake Anderson.
Not Blake Anderson, no. Not Tucker Anderson. He's racing in the steel blocks.
That's right.
Well, Garrett Alberson, it's obviously a career year, and man, if he could have got off to a better start than he did, but he really came on strong. He's like Brian Shirley. You know, those two guys here kind of mirrored each other there from like July on. Really great last half of the years, and Garrett Alberson, look for him to return next year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, that Roberts Racing car. As you mentioned, the future of Brandon Overton to be determined coming up. Might already be determined. We don't know, right?
It's going to be a busy offseason, I got a feeling.
Justin Fiedler will break. He has breaking news he runs the program, then he has breaking news after the program, so he's got to.
Adam Schefter.
The
one thing that I do appreciate, I'm going to sound like a dirt on dirt homer here, but I'll say it on the air.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know something is officially official 100% when you see it on dirt, right? It's not. I think we're kind of in this age where it's the race to be first, right, and see who breaks the news, and that's that's fine and dandy. But I don't know. I am just let's make sure that I have all the facts and have reached out to all parties kind of guy myself.
And it's been that kind of year had it in dirt late model racing. We're seeing it in sprint car racing right now about the ride jumbling for next year, but. Yeah, and we appreciate all the people. I mean, we're all very passionate. I mean, don't get us wrong. I mean, it's like a rainout. Yeah, we're all disappointed.
Sure.
But sometimes you can't help Mother Nature. But, I mean, it's just like East Bay. Yeah, we were disappointed that had to be canceled. But, I mean, they got hit by 2 hurricanes.
Yeah, no doubt.
And sadly, and hopefully those people are doing much better in the Southeast. And, man, oh, man, our heart goes out to all of you. And, man, there's some people lost everything.
Yeah, devastating. Can't even begin to imagine what some of our friends down there are going through and have gone through. Certainly continued prayers and well wishes going out to the folks affected by Helene and Milton and any other hurricanes or tropical storms that have passed through. It looks like we've just about got this racetrack blown off, James. And if they're ready, I believe you're going to see the drivers. Usually they tap the roof of the race car. Series director Rick Schwally talking to them on the receiver, the one-way radio communication, asking them if they feel the track is good to go. Ben Shelton.
Randy Weaver, do you want to be starting on the inside or the outside of this first B main?
I think inside, just for the initial takeoff. By the time you get to turn 1, you can dictate what lane you're in. But all weekend, that 76 car has just been so tight and can't steer through the middle. So hopefully he's got that thing freed up here for this start, because the racetrack's definitely still slimy in places and a lot of traction in others.
All right, the Eldora pace truck, the Brandon Ford pace truck. Again, I'd like to thank the fine folks at Brandon Ford in Brandon, Florida. I'd like to thank again the Deathridge Opticians, most popular driver, the sportsmanship driver, Coltman Farms, the Slicker Graphics, Michael Lefevers, who raced here this weekend in the Steel Blocks. Slickest move of the race. Last weekend it was Mikey Marlar. Who's it going to be here tonight?
Well, we've got 3 B mains and a 100-lap dirt track world championship to find out. And oh, by the way, we get to do this all again in less than 3 months at Golden House. By the way, if you're okay with it, I think Ben and I may join you again in 2025, we decided.
The more the merrier. How about that?
I don't know. He had to think about it, DJ. He was like, oh, man.
The Show Me 100, 75K to win. Right?
Yeah.
Florence, of course, the North-South, 75K. Knoxville, 75K.
Silver Dollar
Huset, 75K.
Track World
and then you have the BTWC here, 100,000 again to win. And again, breaking news, the Jim Dunn Memorial winner will have the choice down on the stage. And that'll be coming up. We got to get through 3 B mains, hot lap the A main cars, ready to go. The Nutrient Solutions Start Zone, the Fast Shafts B main number 1 for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Top 2 to the 44th Dirt Track World Championship.
Did you see the contact between Harris and Overton on the start? They rubbed coming off corner number 2. Everyone's able to keep their car straight. And Brandon Overton is going to be the Pied Piper at the head of this pack at the end of lap number 1.
3 wide here through the middle. Garrett Alberson now, he will have a provisional. He's first in line for that. Down the back straightaway, battle for the lead. Overton and Bronson. Kyle to the bottom. Look out, we got car off the pace. It's Clay Harris down the back straightaway. And the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out, DJ.
I got to wonder if he's maybe got a tire going down again. I'm telling you, he and Overton made really, really good contact at the start of that race. It looks like everything is up on the left and the right side, so I don't know. We'll see.
After that start of that Nutrient Solution start zone between the front row of Brandon Overton and Clay Harris. Left front into the right rear, but went off down in there 3 wide. So the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. We did get a lap in. Overton will be your leader as Clay Harris is trying to go the down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Beat, Ben.
Randy, what did you see on that start from your perspective?
Well, it's just that lane that's run in is so narrow. I think the 6 car just really tried to hug Overton so he could start good. And then when Overton took off, it just right rear got into his left front. And then, man, it could have been way worse. But they got it straightened out. Hopefully it'll work out.
Randy Weaver suspension, maybe a tie rod on the left front of the 6.
Yeah, here these big racetracks, if you get hit in the left front and get towed in a little bit, you might get by with it like Brownstown or somewhere. But here, it makes it so darty down the straightaways. You know you've got an issue. But he also looked like the left front was a little soft when he tried to turn in turn 1 here.
All right, Randy Weaver, thank you very much, James. We did get a lap in right there, so 1 lap will be scored. 11 laps still to go in this first Fast Shafts B main.
So it'll be Brandon Overton, your leader. Delaware double file behind them. So Harris was running 3rd out of this one.
Hey, guys,
Bronson,
Clay Harris down here. And Clay down here, what happened, man?
They went to the track right before we go out there for B main, so nobody has room to race. And then we go to fire off and got doored.
All right, well, he's very dejected down here. Clay Harris, 2nd in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year standings. Out of the race, guys, back up top as we're coming back to the green.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. One lap in the books in this one. We've got 11 laps still remaining. Brandon Overton leads. Kyle Bronson holds second. Cody Evans is third. He's one spot out of a transfer.
Never made the DTWC. As they come out of turn number 2, Brandon Overton, the Wells & Sons Infinity down the back straightaway. Worcester's Equipment 40B, and the caution is out. We got a car in turn 2, and it's the 29 of Clint Keenan. Man, a tough weekend continues for the Pataskil, Ohio racer.
Yeah, some cars kind of got bottled up there towards the back end of the field, and the end result was Clint Keenan going around in the 29. He did not get a lap in there, as that happened right after the green as he was going into turns 1 and 2. So the running order will stay the same. The 29 will fall to the tail end of the field, and he was just about the tail end of the field anyway. I think maybe Donnie Jeske may have been behind him, but it will remain Overton and Bronson out front. And James, here at the very tail end, you might catch a glimpse of what happened. Yeah, just off your screen there. Like Keenan maybe getting a little hot. Or Corey Lawler in front of him maybe bobbled just a little bit. And the end result was Keenan either stabbing the brake to keep from getting into it or may have made contact and went around and damage on the right rear of Daniel Hilsebeck's number 22.
Now the Banning Chiropractic, Hilsebeck Farms Capital. Yeah, that wreck last week, 2 weeks ago at I-70 in MLRA, and going to get a new. It's like going to work on that car for the off season. There's Corey Lawler.
He had a body brace hanging out, one of the braces that hold the door out from the frame on the race car that was dangling off the right side of the number 93. Well, we'll try it again. 1 lap down, 11 laps remaining here in Fast Shafts B main number 1. Again, 12 laps is the full distance. We've only got 1 of those in. That means 11 remain and 2 drivers transfer. Right now, guys, it's Brandon Overton and Kyle Bronson.
Randy, if your driver's in the next B main, what advice are you giving them right now?
Well, by the time this one's over, it's going to be way better, but you definitely got to watch these starts as usual. But if you notice, Kyle's actually picking the outside, but by the time he fires, he'll be down in the middle and more behind the 76. All that does is crowd the inside lane in the mud, so you're going to always get the start and get into turn 1 first. But I'm telling you, when this racetrack's like this and you miss it by 2 foot and you're in the slime at this speed, you can cause all kinds of havoc.
Clint Keenan down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. By the way, get your favorite Heartbeat Hot Sauce product. Go to heartbeathotsauce.com or amazon.com. And Keenan coming back out on the track, DJ.
Yeah, he's going to make his way back out of the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. He's got right front damage on the nose, and I got to think that car's not going to handle real well. And guys, it has been a tough year for Clint Keenan. We saw him go for a violent flip at the North-South 100 back in August at Florence Speedway. He had bad luck here last night, and tonight, his luck not much better so far.
Corey Lawler, you see, still stopped down there, too, in the entrance to the infield. He's going to rejoin the field in his position, which I believe is 12th.
Possibly a receiver issue. So, again, 1 lap completed, 11 to go. The top 2 will transfer out of this race.
And right now, it's Brandon Overton and Kyle Bronson, but a small sample size with just 1 lap complete.
Yeah, Cody Evans, hey, these were just run a handful of races here in 2024.
Yeah.
We're still in 2024, aren't we? Oh, we're already looking at the 2025.
If this B main lasts much longer, we may spill into 2025.
Pre-race did.
Yes, that is a fact. Here we go. 1 down, 11 remaining. Fast Shafts B main number 1's back underway. Brandon Overton brings him back to the green. Followed by Kyle Bronson. And here comes Dennis Erb Jr. with a run to the outside of Cody Evans.
Started back in 8th, DJ. The former dirt leader, Dream Winner 3, wanted to turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. On the bottom, is that Jamison? Oh, man, they throw it in there. Alberson, look out, they get together. And that's Hilsebeck in there as well. Move over right rear quarter panel.
Yeah, move over flying elbow. They were all throwing elbows down there. Looked like Superfly Jimmy Snook off the top row. Coming around this time to complete lap number 3, and a Hilsebeck washes way up the racetrack, and that allows Garrett Alberson and Tanner English to sneak back by. You're not missing anything at the front of the field. Brandon Overton and Kyle Bronson, those 2 have set out front to a 1.2 second advantage over Cody Evans. This, you're looking back at the battle for 8th on the screen. Clint Keenan has entered the chat.
Oh, now, and Herb has problems. Evans washed up the last time around. Here comes English. Jamison. You know Jamison's going to give it 110%. 5 down, 7 to go. but it is all Brandon Overton and Kyle Bronson. As right now, problems in turn 2 again. Alberson, again, he's going to be in the race no matter what as he battles with Dennis Erb Jr., but it is hammered down, and it is all Brandon Overton and Kyle Bronson. They're about 3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field.
You think maybe they took a look at what they did with the track prep for the World? Remember, the World 100 was a great race, fantastic race, came right down to the end. You think maybe they took a look at that, tweaked it a little bit for tonight's format?
And the sun goes down earlier here in late October. We had, what, a record 9 different leaders in that race.
Unbelievable.
At the World 100. We had 8 in this race a year ago on a rough and tumble track. Meanwhile, behind the 99 at Jeske, Brandon Overton down the back straightaway, Dustin. They'll head to lap 9. Right now, Jason Jamison has got to hope for a caution.
Yeah.
But remember, he would get a pretty good starting spot in that Jim Dunn Memorial here. And now with that incentive of starting the race.
Also true.
Yes, sir.
Also very true. 3-second advantage for Overton and Bronson over Jason Jamison. A little bit of smoke coming out from underneath Corey Lawler's number 93 car. You got to wonder if maybe that's not just a tire rub from the that bottling up those
careful.
guys. Yeah.
Wow. Lawler and Bepkan, Overton throwing it in there. Here comes Bronson, but Jamison is a half a straight away behind these two. And Lawler, you mentioned, still smelling smoke. That might be tires. And his tire just let go. Flat tire on the 93 as they head to the white flag. And the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out for the Hanover, Pennsylvania driver.
That tough break. It happens on the Barron's Performance, 1 to go. So we will see. It's going to be close if that was a completed lap or not.
So we may have, it'll be a Delaware, no, it will not be a Delaware double file. I assume it'll be single file, but a big break for that black number 12 of Jason Jamison.
He was 3.4 seconds behind Kyle Bronson. Bronson and Overton had run off and hid from the field. And
you don't think you'd throw a slider on Bronson, would you?
No, no. I mean, you're only talking about racing your way into the Dirt Track World Championship. Why would you throw a bonsai slider?
Hey, guys, if Jamison and Bronson get into it, Randy and I voted. DJ, we're going to have you come down here and break it up, so.
Well, they're both about the same size as you and I, Ben. It shouldn't be an issue.
Hey, guys, and again, you talk about a year ago, Jason Jamison as Corey Lawler, shredded right rear on the number 93, the Dryden entry coming to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. But a year ago, Jason Jamison won the Jim Dunn Memorial. Tonight, he could have a chance to win. The difference is a year ago, he did not have a chance to run the feature. Now, look, it was rough and tumble, as you said last year, DJ. I don't know that anybody wanted to come out of that Jim Dunn Memorial and start on the back of the feature, but tonight, a totally different ball game, and I've got confidence. Whoever wins that Jim Dunn Memorial, we're going to will and deal. He's going to start the feature here tonight.
So Jamison is 3rd, Cody Evans 4th, Dennis Erb Jr. is 5th. Those guys been going back and forth back there.
I think I just heard Shelton Speed Solutions was tossing in a $200 gas card.
So
winner of that is what I heard.
Normal Eldora rules, and we're not on that tonight, would be a green-white checkered, but Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, it'll be the green and the white at the same time.
So they did, okay, so that wasn't completed lap.
Yeah, apparently it got to 11.
Okay.
Hey, Randy Weaver, you made and we see it on the shot there on the Jumbotron. What did you notice on the 93 as it came by?
Well, just you can see the crew guys are changing the tire. He took all of his spring steel and bracing off of the right rear door. It's definitely had come off and got up under the tire, and that's what cut the tire. And you can see them, they're trying to get the other piece off too. When you're running this wide open and bouncing through the corners, those bracing, just like it happened on Dotson's car last night, it'll just come loose or break the tab, and it don't take but about a lap or two here, and it'll cut a tire right off.
That's where the smoke was coming from there, and it finally shredded that.
I mean, we mentioned that brace hanging off the race car.
And you talked, Randy Weaver, you talked with Tyler Austin Brashear's crew chief on that ASD Motorsports entry for Ethan Dotson. He talked about they went back in and totally changed the configuration today of those braces.
Yeah, I talked to him last night a little bit, and then today I just explained to him how the 116 car used to make different tabs and the way we rerouted all of our bracing so something like that didn't happen at the big racetracks. Because just like this, it only has to bite you once, or like last night with Ethan Dotson, and it just puts you so far back. So every time we came here or any big fast racetrack, we done a different deal on the right side, and it always worked out for us.
All right, we're about to go green again here as Corey Lawler out of the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. The green and the white, 1 to go for 2 spots. Jamison, Evans, Herb, do they have anything for Brandon over to Kyle Bronson? This is going to be a wild final lap, Dustin Jarrett.
The Barons Performance, 1 to go in this one. Jamison down on the inside of Bronson. Can't quite make it stick. Will he have enough momentum for a last lap slider through turns 3 and 4? Not going to have enough. Brandon Overton wins. Kyle Bronson second. Those 2 drivers have raced their way into Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship here tonight. Jamison, Evans, Dennis Herb Albertson on the outside looking in. Albertson will get a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series provisional. Kyle Bronson second. There's your winner. In that, Wells & Sons Motorsports, Garntos Southern Muscle Factory, Coleman Farms Racing, Victory Fuel, Boswell Oil. Number 76, the Infinity by Wells, the current Hunt the Front Series points leader out of Evans, Georgia. How about it for Brandon Overton?
So he'll cross the UNOH scales to make it official. UNOH right here in Ohio, University of Northwestern Ohio.
Just up the road, just up I-75 in Lima. That's right.
Lima, Ohio. Got some of the UNOH students here with us this afternoon. Tegan Evans, she's here.
Is that
her
right?
dad down. She's a student at UNOH.
I had seen Tegan. Very cool.
And speaking of UNOH, Dustin, it's UNOH B main number 2. Again, 12 laps, top 2 transfer.
Look at that sunset.
Wonderful evening. Ross Robinson, Georgetown, Delaware. The Dutch Star Motorsports 7 on the pole and outside. In the Wayne Gibson Motorsports. Vision Woodworks entry, that is Tristan Chamberlain out of Richmond, Indiana, the 20 TC.
Keep your eyes on Nick Hoffman in that Ty Touring Racing number 9 as the driver who comes into this event third in the Outlaws point starts inside row 2 and on his outside out of Cross Lanes, West Virginia, Zach Dome in 17.
Multi-time Fairbury Track champion, the Kokomo Class winner last week, Mike Spatola. He's out of Manhattan, Illinois. And then Brendan Smith, 17 SS. He hails out of Dade City, Florida.
Five-time,
awesome.
Attica Raceway Park Track champion Devin Shields out of Britain, Michigan in the 51. And Evan Kohler out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. By the way, he's going to win at Millbridge in a winged micro this year. He starts outside row 4.
His brother won, he raced last night. He's already in the show. Former Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway Track champion Johnny Huck, Johnny Hotchkiss out of Pittsburgh, PA. And Rob Andersack, the veteran incarnate Braid out of Swanton, Ohio.
Brandon Moore out of Fostoria, Ohio. He's out of Bryan, Ohio. Yep, he starts inside row 6 on his outside. New London, North Carolina's Carson Brown. Your final 2 starters, keep your eyes on these guys, James. They were fast yesterday. Ethan Dodson in 74, Zach Mitchell in 57, both trying to rally through the field. 14 cars, 12 laps. Top 2 advance to the Dirt Track World Championship. It's UNOH B main number 2.
Off at turn 4 at the new Trunax Solution start zone. Ross Robinson and Tristan Chamberlain. Tristan Chamberlain trying to make his first DTWC, last year's rookie in top rookie in the Eldora in the World 100 as they down the back straightaway side by side battle for third. Off at turn 4, the Dutch Star Motorsports 7 of Ross Robinson to lead. Here comes Zach Dome.
Yeah, Zach Dome on the outside. Nick Hoffman trying to cross him over down the front straightaway as they're going at it tooth and nail back there. From third place on back, both pedaling hard for each other, but they're also gunning for your second place car of Tristan Chamberlain's, the second generation driver, currently able to keep all of them behind him.
Ethan Dodson trying to work his way up through there in that car, number 74, but he's got a long way to go. Got up for a caution or two. Chamberlain holding on for second, about 2 car lengths ahead of Dome. Off at turn 4, it's all Ross Robinson. Ross Robinson looking solid here so far tonight at Eldora. Very few trips the Delaware drivers made here, but in that Amanda Robinson crew chief car, looking good at a 3, DJ.
And there's the battle for the final transfer on your screen. Only 2 drivers make it out of the second UNOHB main, and this one right now is Ross Robinson by 1.8 seconds out front. Tristan Chamberlain holds on to the second spot. He's in the 20 TC. On the outside looking in, the 17 of Zach Dome and the 9 of Nick Hoffman.
Remember, Jamison's going to have a good starting spot at that Jim Dunn Memorial. Maybe Zach Dome, but he wants to make it in. Zach Dome always solid here at Eldora. That is the battle for the final transfer spot. Ross Robinson way out in front in car number 7 as they come off of turn 4. Chamberlain doing a good job. The teenager, son of Dwayne Chamberlain. Into turn number 1, battling there on the bottom. You see the 9 of Nick Hoffman, the NOS Energy Drink entry for Ty Touring. Last year's World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year, but it is all Ross Robinson And Tristan Chamberlain, first and second, DJ. 5 to go, brother.
Yeah, and you know, while that battle there was going on for a few laps between Zach Dome and Nick Hoffman, that actually allowed Tristan Chamberlain to kind of pull ahead. Tristan Chamberlain stretched out to about 1 full second. There he is over Zach Dome and Nick Hoffman. Just we say that, Zach Dome's able to take a 10th off of it. That's the good news for Zach Dome. The bad news for Zach Dome, though, is he's only got 4 laps left. Try to reel in the second-generation driver out of Richmond, Indiana, Tristan Chamberlain.
I think for Ethan Dotson, the goal here is just to try to get into the Jim Dunn Memorial Round. I'm not sure the cutoff, the third on back.
Third, yeah. I don't know exactly.
Not all of them's going to go to the Jim Dunn, so some of them will be done for the night. But meanwhile, up front, Ross Robinson comfortably in front. Tristan Chamberlain is in second. Right now, the lap's winding down. 2 to go. They'll head to the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go for the Georgetown, Delaware driver, the Stokely Materials. Number 7, Tristan Chamberlain trying to make it in. Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. The white from Rick Monroe.
Brandon Moore out of the party in the 39. He's going to call it a weekend. Rick Monroe gives him the white flag. This is the Barron's Performance, 1 to go. Zach Dome is reeled back in. Tristan Chamberlain behind your leaders. They come off turns 3 and 4. Dome's got a run. It's going to be Ross Robinson getting the win. Gives second to Tristan Chamberlain. Chamberlain will race his way in to the Dirt Track World Championship. It'll be Zach Dome third, Nick Hoffman fourth, Mike Spatola fifth, Ethan Dotson. James does work his way from the final row up to position number 6, so he betters his starting spot in that Jim Dunn non-qualifiers race. Tristan Chamberlain is going to finish in second, and your winner, Ross Robinson, and that Dutch Star Motorsports, Stokely Materials, Commonwealth Equipment, Frozen Farmer, Wesley Collins Builders, ML, Joseph Sand and Gravel, Fox Shock sponsored entry.
Up on the UNO8 scales. He was in the show last year. Am I correct or right?
2 years ago. He's made it 2 years
ago.
Yeah.
So Tristan Chamberlain, we know.
I'm sorry. Ross Robinson has made it 2 years. He's made it twice. 13th in 2022.
And the first for Tristan Chamberlain. Congratulations. Yes. Good job, Ross Robinson, UNO8 scales. And he gets a thumbs up. Here comes the young teenager, the Gibson Motorsports car. Wayne Gibson, Cherubusco, Indiana. You ever heard of Cherubusco? Yeah.
Of course I've heard of Cherubusco, Indiana. It's
about the Wapahani Raider down there.
Same hometown as Todd Sherman, right? Todd Sherman from Cherubusco, Indiana, right? The 65.
Hey, James, I think Wayne Gibson was the only person happier than you about the Indiana-Nebraska score today. He made sure that I knew that you guys won 56-7.
Did Illinois beat Michigan? I would say. Can you look for me, DJ?
Yes.
I know the Buckeye fans would be happy.
DJ, punch it in the Google, man. Punch it in.
All right, my race pass, B-Main number 3. It'll be Will Harrington of the Bruce Kane 15K. Thank you, Ben, out of Hawkinsville, Georgia. And former DTWC winner Jimmy Owens in car number 20 out of Newport, Tennessee. Rick Boom Briggs, the 99Bs out of Bear Lake, PA, and fast. Freddie Carpenter, the C4 out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. Row 3, got to get in the show. Somehow, let's see, time to make it 6 wins in the Dirt Track World Championship, which would be an all-time record. It'll be Brandon Shepard out of New Bern, Illinois, and 2-time DTWC winner Shannon Babb out of Moequa, Illinois.
And just like the Land of Lincoln makes up row 3, the Land of Lincoln gets a big win over the Wolverines of Michigan today as well. Tyler Carpenter, Take Me Home Country Roads inside row 4 on his outside. Out of Eatonton, Georgia, former winner of this event, Garrett Smith, David Brazil, and Uncle T, Tyler Erb make up row 5. Row 6 going to be Chad Green and Brian Ruhlman. And your final 2 starters in, scheduled to be Corey Hedgecock. He is a scratch, and Corey Workman in the W1. That'll give us 13 cars running 12 laps. This is the final prelim of the night. We do have the Jim Dunn non-qualifiers race. This is my race pass B-Main 3, 12 laps. Top 2 race their way into the DTWC.
Should have the hot laps for the 18 cars locked into the show. New to next solution starts, and they lean on each other. Harrington, first weekend in that ride for Bruce Kane Racing. 15K, Owens down the back straightaway. Right now, Garrett Alberson would be the first provisional. Jimmy Owens would be the second. If Owens races his way in and he stumbles in turn 4, it would be Clay Harris. Jimmy Owens right now trying to make it in. Boom Briggs. Boom Briggs down the back straightaway. He and Owens go at it door to door. Jimmy gets it back. But it is all Will Harrington, the Hawkinsville, Georgia driver, and a hornet's nest behind him trying to get into the DTWC.
Now 2 laps into this one, as there's Boom Briggs and there's Brandon Shepard. Shep right now, as you just mentioned, James, that's 3rd and 4th on your screen. 0.6 of a second behind the 20 and Jimmy Owens, and your race leader, Will Harrington, in the 15K. But Brandon Shepard not going to have a series provisional to rely on. He's leading the World of Outlaw Series point standing, so no Lucas provisionals to fall back on. He's either got to finish second in this race or win the Jim Dunn non-qualifiers.
He would have a good starting spot right now. He's in third in this race, but he wants to make it on his own. Doesn't want to take a chance with that Jim Dunn Memorial. Briggs is fourth. Carpenter is fifth. Tyler Erb is sixth. But right now, caution free, and Will Harrington picking them up and laying them down in that 15K. Bruce Kane Racing.
Look back there on Freddie Carpenter and Tyler Carpenter. You saw Uncle T sandwiched in between them. There's a good look at Will Harrington in the 15K. He's got that right on cruise control right now as he comes to the cross flag. 6 down, 6 to go. And it's a 1.7 second gap. There's the difference between the 15K of Harrington and the 20 that you just saw, Jimmy Owens. And then it's 1.1 seconds back to the B5 of Brandon Shepard, who's currently on the outside looking in.
So DJ, if Owens gets in, that means 3 Kohler Motorsports cars in the show. Jordan Kohler, Ricky Thornton Jr. already in it. Owens right now in second, solid over Shepard. But Will Harrington still maintains the lead in the 15K. Out at turn number 2, down the back straightaway. We've got 4 laps to go, caution free so far. At the top 3 have pulled away from the rest of the field. Boom is fourth, Tyler Carpenter, Tyler Erb, and they got to hope for a caution here near the end. As right now, Harrington and Owens, Georgia and Tennessee into 3.
The Bulldogs and the Volunteers. And right now, Shep on the outside looking in, and he's lost touch with them, James. He was about 1 second back, and he is falling now. Coming around this time to 2 laps to go. Brandon Shepard now a full 2 seconds behind your second place car of Jimmy Owens. Will Harrington trying to stay out front, James, for 1 more lap. He's coming around to the Barron's Performance, 1 to go.
Clay Harris is going to be happy on this one because he's right now third in provisional land. If Jimmy Owens makes it in, he would get in. And that's a fully paid provisional. Right now, Harrington battles the back of the field. Owens, again, this is all pending the UN8 scales on the final turn. And Will Harrington gets the win. Jimmy Owens crosses the line in second.
On the outside looking in, Brandon Shepard, Boom Briggs, Tyler